Hey everybody, I'm going to do a walkthrough of this 2009 Honda Civic Si. I've got a little bit over 83,000 miles on it. Just selling it because I have a job opportunity. We're looking at moving and can't take the car with us, so we want to get it sold. I'm going to try to go through all the details on the car, any imperfections that are on it, anything that I know of. If you have any questions, of course, you can email me and I can get you some more pictures or any more footage that you guys want. So to start off with, I guess we can start with the wheels. The wheels are Clutch Republics. The front are 18 by 8.5 with a plus 45 offset, and the rear are 18 by 9.5 with a plus 45 offset. They sit really flush. You can see here there's no scrubbing in the front at all. The rear, the only time it scrubs is when you go on a turn with a big dip in it. The wheel never hits the chassis of the car. It just comes really close, but the fitment's perfect on it where it won't, the wheel won't scrub. The only thing that will scrub is the tire on the inside a little bit. But again, that's very rare. Does not happen very often. I've had the car for a little over a year. Had no problems with it at all. There are a few cosmetic issues with it, which I'll go ahead and go around to those. The first one is the passenger side fender. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this video or not, but right here there's a little dimple. Let's see if I can get that focus adjusted. There's a little dimple in the fender right there. Also, in the rear quarter panel, you can kind of see right here there's a couple little dents. I'll see if I can get some different angles so you can see those. Nothing major, just a couple small cosmetic issues that you may want to be aware of. The things I've added to the car besides the wheels, I've done carbon fiber accent pieces. So one thing you can see right here is the carbon fiber accent piece. Anything that's carbon fiber, it's actually overlay. It's nothing real, so it's not real carbon fiber, it's just overlay. But I tried to do a really good job where you can't tell of any lines, can't see anything, there's nothing hanging. I have the two middle pillars, the rear pillar is carbon overlay. Of course, that's on the other side too. On the front grille has carbon overlay, similar to the Mugen SI. And then the rear trunk spoiler has overlay. The rear trunk spoiler is a Mugen replica. It's not real Mugen. It's a little bit too expensive for me just to use on a spoiler. But you can see the carbon fiber overlay on the spoiler. It's painted to match. Looks really good. And the SI spoiler, the stock SI spoiler, I'll include with the car. I've got it still painted the color of the car, so I can include that as well. The visors, these are the Mugen replica visors. You may not be able to see it. The Mugen print right here. It's on the underside, so it's really hard to see. But I've got these on both sides as well. And then the Mugen replica lip, or actually I'm not sure what kind of lip it is, to be honest. I cannot remember what I purchased, but I can get that information and I'll post it in the thread where I post everything for sale. What else on the outside? Everything works cosmetically. The suspension is Buddy Club N-Spec suspension. I'll try to get you, I'll jack up the car in just a second and get you some video of in there so you can see that. It's only got about 10,000 miles on it. So still basically brand new, just barely broken in. It's not a stiff ride, but it's not a soft ride either. It's almost the same as stock. The SI has a little stiffer suspension than the standard Civic does. So it's almost stock, just a little stiffer. You can adjust it, of course, and I'll get the details on that in the thread as well. I also have drilled and slotted rotors, just standard Honda SI brake calipers with OEM brake pads, and then everything else on it is pretty much stock. It's a beautiful car, gets lots of attention, lots of people like it. Other than those few things I mentioned, everything's stock. I'll just get a full walk through so you guys can see all angles of it. Oh, also on the rear bumper, a few cosmetic issues. This had this when I purchased the car. You can see it right there. I don't know if somebody ran into it with a buggy or what it was, but there's just some paint chips right there in that rear bumper right there. So nothing major, just something I want any purchaser or potential purchaser to be aware of before they get the car. So we'll continue the walk around, let you guys see everything. And again, I'll get you some more angles on these wheels so you can just kind of see how they sit on the car. And I know it looks like it's poking out a little bit, but it's actually flush. It actually sits in just a little bit. It doesn't poke out at all. See right here how it sits flush. I'll get you the other side. And I can show you the height where it sits at on the tire. Also, as far as the tires, the rear tires have about 90% on them. They're still fairly new, great tires. They're 225 40 by 18. The front have less tread, however, have a brand new pair of tires for the front that are... Alright guys, I'm inside the fender well just to show you the suspension. Again, it's the M Plus spec damper kit from Buddy Club. You can see down here, this is where you'll adjust the stiffness of the ride. And also you can see that it's not lowered all the way, not even close to all the way. Actually, you have about this much that you can still lower it if you would like. I would not recommend it, but you also can go all the way up. You can go all the way up to stock height and higher if you want. You can tension the spring however much you want. Again, I'll get you the specifics on the specs on this set so you can know what the spring ratings are for everything. But it's great suspension, my favorite suspension I've had on a car, the second car I've had it on, and I love it. Also, on the wheels, I told you the wrong sizes. The front is 18 by 8.5 with a plus 42 offset. I accidentally told you it was 45 offset. The rear is a plus 45 offset with that 9.5 inch wide wheel, but the front are 8.5 inch wide with a plus 42 offset. Next, I'm going to try and get inside the car and let you guys see around the inside. Alright everybody, I'm going to give you a footage of the inside of the car. Of course, it's got all the SI interior, the black with the silver trim on it. The only modification, I guess, that I've done on the interior is the red Honda center badge. It's actually removable, it's just 3M, so if you guys ever want to take it off, if you purchase the car, of course you can do that. We've got both floor mats are still here intact and in good condition. They are used, they are 6 years old, so don't expect them to be perfect, but they are in good condition for what they are. I'm going to sit down real quick. Alright, and we'll what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut the car on real quick so you can see all the lights come on and see that everything works correctly. all the lights. I'll go ahead and crank it now. Let you see everything. The only lights that we have on right now are the brake light, trunk light, seat belt, and the doors, and the cruise control. We'll go ahead and take. Alright, I've got everything off so you can see all the lights cut off. Only lights that are on are the odometer and the speedometer. Everything works great in here. All the windows roll down. Automatic window rolls down no problem, rolls up no problem. Your side windows, of course, they roll down. Rear window, and then the rear driver's side rolls down perfectly fine as well. You have your sunroof, and it works with no problem at all. And it also has the automatic feature to it, open and close, so we can open it, we can close it, no problem. Everything works great in here, no problems at all. AC, I know you can't feel it, but it's ice cold. Heat in the wintertime is great as well. You have aux, CD, AM, FM in the car. Everything works great. Your aux cable comes out here. Sound works great in here, no blown speakers. The sub is an 8-inch sub in the back, OEM of course. Storage in this car is great. I'm going to go ahead and turn the car off real quick. Storage in. Alright, we're going in the back seat now. You can see all the same interior. It's the black with the red stitch and the silver accent pieces. Lots of room in here, lots of room for you to fit. I'll just go ahead and sit down. I'm 5'11". I've got plenty of space back here, plenty of space for room. Everything in the back seat, again, I don't sit back here, and most people don't, so there's really not many problems. Even under the floor mat, you can see the dealer vinyl is still on the carpet that you can take up. I just have never taken it up, had no reason to. Don't have anybody sit back here, so I just kept it there to maintain the carpet. Also, I've got a windshield screen right here. It's custom molded for the 2009 Civic Si, so that goes across your front windshield. Works great in the summertime, especially here in Georgia. Keeps the sun out, keeps the car a lot cooler. And for the interior, I believe that is it. Next we'll move on to the engine. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and crank the car real quick once again so you can hear it crank. Cranks up no problem, everything works great. And I'll go ahead and go to the engine bay and let you see everything in there. Again, the car has 83,000 miles. I haven't had any problems out of it. I do an oil change every 3,000 to 5,000 miles with Mobil 1 fully synthetic oil. I use the 0W20 and 0W30, depending on the season, of course. The only problem I've ever had out of the car is when I purchased it about a year and a half ago. I had some clutch issues, so I went ahead and took it up to the dealership and worked on it and got the clutch changed out. We put a lightweight flywheel in there and an Exidy Stage 2, I believe, clutch and pressure plates. Everything works great now. The old one was just worn down from the previous owner, I guess not knowing how to drive a stick shift, but it works great. It's only got about 18,000 miles, so brand new clutch in here. Everything else works great. We have a K&N air filter, K&N drop-in air filter, of course. You can see we've got the stock air box in there. Everything works great. No noises, no clicks, no ticks, no oil leaks. Battery. And not that I think anybody is concerned, but just in case you are curious, I use good quality products to clean the car. I only use McGuire's Ultimate cleaning supplies, so the wash wax, the paste wax, it's quick detail. I clay bar the car about once every 6 to 12 months, and then I wax the car, try to wax the car at least once a month. Now that we're in the springtime, twice a month is what I try to get out here and get it done. Paint's great, you know, of course the cosmetic issues I pointed out, but everything, you know, it's a 6-year-old car. Paint's still got a long time in its life left. For the carpet, I use blue coral, just like the smell of it. And then for the wheels, I use Blue Magic metal polish. It polishes out really good and looks good. Again, I wax it once a month, try to wash it once a week, and it is garage kept, so doesn't get hailed on, doesn't get bird droppings on it and bugs all over it. So it's a great car, well kept. I try to maintain it pretty well. If you have any questions, feel free to give me an email, give me a call. Love to answer them and love to help you out. Thanks.